Good morning. Hi, Insomnia Club. How y'all doing? It's midnight here in dark California. I hope you're all doing good. I'm exhausted. I, you know, um, First of all, thank you all so much for joining me. This is really early for me. I've never been a night owl. I've always been more of a morning person, and so you've got my late at night deep voice. Sound like some 95-year-old lady that's been smoking 3 packs a day for the last 50 years. Oh my! I was reading some of your comments just before I came on. Um, there was a comment about Libby's reading on the about the New Jersey Turnpike. I think Rose Blue had posted that up. I have no idea what that's about. So if you want to give me a heads up, that'll be fine. So good evening, Rose Blue, Sandy Johnson. I saw Alf was out there. I saw Michelle from Kentucky was out there earlier. Vilma, Vilma, are you in Australia? Because you said you're a night owl, but if you're in Australia, this would not be. This would be an afternoon owl, right? Hi, Susan Francis. I know Susan's in Australia. Oh my gosh, just filling some time right now. Yeah, blah blah blah. I come to suck your blood. That's right, Crystal. Oh man, Crystal, it's so late for you that because you're in Iowa. Oh my gosh, is David asleep? I sure hope so. Oh my gosh, yeah. I like to do this particular live stream. One Dave I know won't do it, but it's just when I read the comments, we have such a we've got people that watch these videos from all over the world, and so like I always look forward for Alf's comments because uh, Alf's in Sweden, and once I know I get to Alf, I know I am right. I'm finally near the end of the comments. I've just about answered all of them. If I When I start seeing Susan Francis, I see Alf, Aurelia, if she's commented, I know I'm near the end. But you guys are so great supporting us. There's just like, okay, I want to do at least give a nod to our Insomnia Club and the folks that are, either in Australia or uh, Europe. Europe early, Australia, you're just enjoying your afternoon. But just to give you guys a little bit of a nod that, I do read the comments. I really appreciate you guys out there. Oh, South Florida. Oh my gosh, Baltimore, Connecticut. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, and a lot of East Coast insomniacs out there. I guess one of the things that's been kind of in the news lately, I saw we had Tida's mom from Hawaii, and we got Arkansas. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Tida's mom. It's almost bedtime for you. um, yeah, it looks like good old California. The good old boys and girls in California are taking their time getting the votes counted. It's causing all sorts of conspiracy theories to come out in the news. There was one where the Associated Press was updating their voter tallies, and there was like a 20,000 vote update where Steve Hilton, or was it Hilton, or was it the guy in the mayor's race? I think it was Hilton, and I gotta look it up. Got 0 votes, and that was causing all sorts of conspiracy theories to abound. And it was a simple mix-up where the system that provides the automatic vote updates, it was in the LA mayor's race. So it was Spencer Pratt had received 0 votes out of like a 20,000 vote update. And so now Elon Musk is out there saying, oh, they're not even trying to hide the voter fraud anymore in California. And Trump claiming that there's fraud in California's voting. And it's so ironic because Trump and his cronies, they're showing zero restraint and zero. They're not even trying to hide the grift that they're performing at the federal government level. And boy, are they sure willing to point the finger and accuse the Democrats of the same thing in California. And what it was the automatic voting, the system that updates the tallies. It sent out two communications. There was like a delay, and so the first batch of updates were for the two Democrats, Bass and Rahman, got updates, and then a minute later, Pratt got his update. But since the Democrats got their votes first, and there was like 20,000 votes added to the total, and Pratt got zero, that started all the conspiracy theories. And now Trump's got the demanding that the California votes be investigated for fraud, that the Democrats are cheating, and to a certain degree, if there's shenanigans going on, it needs to be investigated. It needs to be brought to the light. But that's on both sides. It's not a Democrat thing. It's just, your votes need to be counted accurately, and we need to have a certain trust that the system isn't being manipulated. And that's both sides. Because I'll tell you what, I bet you 99% of the people that are watching this video right now would say there was a lot of smelly fish in the results of the 2024 presidential election, right? So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if you want to go ahead and investigate California's voting, counting, and whether there's fraud here, that's fine. Why don't we just do that for every single state? Let's go to a deep dive and make sure that there's no Democrats, spiking the votes. Let's start with Pennsylvania, for example, or maybe Ohio. How about some of those swing states? Trump, the ones that you carried unanimously, and Elon Musk somehow knew that you were going to win this election, way ahead of all these other news agencies that are getting "quote unquote" direct feeds of votes. Let's go look at that. If we're going to be throwing disparaging comments out there, so that's kind of interesting. California's always been a little bit slow on their vote counts, and that's just the way California is. You have, as long as the vote is, if you mail it in, as long as it's postmarked the day of the election or earlier, they allow it several days to come in, and it takes a while for some races to get called. That's just how it is. Oh my gosh, we got some donations here coming in. Let's see, hold on a second. Okay, we got Robin Davis. Hey, Robin, how are you? Super sticker. Oh my God, kicking off the dance party. Woo! Happy Saturday. Thank you so much, Robin. And then, hi, Crystal Weatherby. Yay, another super sticker. Yay. Crystal, how are things going? You're in Iowa, right, Crystal? My gosh. It's late here. It is like really, it's like past last call in Iowa. Oh my goodness. And Amy Sanders, you should think about getting a scrolling LED sign that you can promise as entertainment only. Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? They started $50 on Scamazon. Keep the bots and rots away. That's a great suggestion. Amy, thank you so much for your wonderful contribution. I appreciate that. Yeah, entertainment purposes only. Hopefully, we're all entertained. Okay, I've got no agenda on what I'm going to read on. So if you want to just anything that's not a personal reading, throw a comment out there. All caps is good. Um, that helps me kind of flag it. It's so odd for me because David usually does the live streams, and he's the one's flagging it. Or when we do Taco Tuesday, Marina's doing it. So all I gotta do is just sit there and the questions pop up and then I answer them. That's it. I had the easy role. Now I've got to have to do uh, both reading them, highlighting them, and then answering them. Okay, the SAVE Act did not pass today. Oh, that's good. The SAVE Act that was that election act that Trump was trying to push through. Oh my gosh. Let's see. All right, let's see. You got any questions for me? Starbucks is using AI to do inventory and they screwed it up. AI, that's for me, the jury's out on AI. There's definitely I could see some benefits to it, and I could see some detractors. A lot of the graduating college students are not happy about it. They got these business executives doing their commencement speeches, and they're getting booed as soon as they mention AI. And what these twits aren't realizing is that AI potentially could be taking away these entry-level jobs that these kids at graduating college are trying to compete for. It's already hard enough to land a job when you're out of college. And now you've got this technology that's doing the research and doing these sorts of outputs that these graduates would normally do, and you're touting it in front of them like it's a good thing. You better start producing some jobs that show that AI is actually creating opportunities for employment and not just taking them away, right? All right. Let's see. We got this. Any thoughts on the Chicago Bears Stadium bleep show? I do not know what's going on with. Are they building a new stadium? Are they getting rid of Soldier Field? I don't know what's going on there. So I have no thoughts. My thoughts are I'm ignorant. Oh. Hey, Cindy Lewis. Would you read on Premier Danielle Smith? She's driving the majority of us nuts. I don't know anything about her. Let me just throw some cards on it. Cindy, I have no idea what's going on with her. Is she the one that's kind of that Trumpian? She's. I think I know who she is, but I don't know anything about her. I honestly, let's just see what the cards give me on that, just real quick. I'll just do it kind of two cards. One, you've got the Chariot. This is about moving things forward. Things moving forward very slowly. This is kind of like the military hero, the hero that wins the battle. But in this case, this is kind of like the victory parade, moving things forward, but at a very slow pace. And then the energy underneath it, I got a Lover's card, which is about relationships and a deep understanding. So that I can read that a couple different ways. That's the beauty of tarot, is they're so ambiguous. You can go any direction. What it sounds to me like is, as her agenda moves forward, people are going to start finding more common ground. And that could be in support of her agenda. That could be as a result of her agenda. People, they say the definition of allies are people with a common enemy, right? So it could also be people coming together because they realize that what she's rolling forward is not what they want. That's not the future they want moving forward. And judging by your comment and some of the very high level understanding what's happening in there, and what's happening here in the US, it's probably more the latter, where with Trump, the more Trump David, I said when he first got elected or for a second term is, you kind of want him to be the Trumpiest Trump that ever trumped the Trump, because that's going to be finally what it takes for some of these some of these folks that supported him to finally realize what it is that they voted for. And it could be the same case with her, is if she's the Danielle Smith, whoever Danielle Smith, people start realizing that's not what they want, and they'll finally move past this. So I hope that's what it means. Let's see. That's an interesting question. Okay, Rebecca asks, what is the military up to these days? Are they on Trump's side or not? But that's I'm gonna read that as military leadership as opposed to just the military, because like Vance was, I think he did a commencement speech at the Air Force Academy. They said, "You can't boo me, I'm the vice president," and there was a bunch of chuckles from the cadets in attendance there, which it's. I'll give JD Vance some credit. He's using humor appropriately, as opposed to the commander in chief, who has no grasp of humor whatsoever. Certainly, there's been a purge of the military leadership that have been resisting what Trump wants to do, and hopefully, they don't keep firing people that understand what it is that they've sworn an oath to, right? But was just two cards to that. What is the military up to these days? Are they on Trump's side or not? You got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is about bringing an end to some actions. They can't hurt you anymore. The Ten of Swords is, you can't fit any more swords into me. You have overkilled as much as you can. You can't do any more damage. I'm dead. I'm not going to be any more dead. This is bringing this action to the end. And then underneath it, the double card, which is, you have to be careful what you chain yourself to. The low vibration energy. I think what I'm getting on this is Trump's actions on attacking the military leadership are coming over, and it's either because the attacks and the replacements are not having the effect he wants, that even though he's getting rid of the first level group of leaders, the next group are still understanding what their role is to support the Constitution and not a dictator. It's either that or, hey, he doesn't feel like he needs to go any further because either his agenda has shifted, now he's too focused on what's going on in Iran to worry about that. He gets distracted pretty easy, squirrel, and then then his attention's on something else. Hegseth, on the other hand, good Lord, that man, sexist, racist, just such a dirtbag, It's just the corruption and the lack of ethics is just, it's stunning to me, and the lack of response from our elected leaders is equally stunning. The only ones that have kind of grown a spine are the Republicans that Trump basically lame ducked through these primaries. They're starting to vote the way they normally would, or historically would have voted, right, before the Trumpian era started. So it's a shame it takes you losing your job before you finally grow a spine and showing some ethics and morals. But, I guess it takes what it takes. So it's hard to say on those cards. I could read that either way, but Ten of Swords and a double card, those are not positive cards. I think that they're very cautious about hooking their ladders up to Trump's agenda, because it flies right in the face of the Constitution and the oath they've taken. Okay. Oh yeah. Here's a Tina's mom. Oh, aloha. What really happened to T45 when he was missing in action for multiple days? That is a great question. It was funny because we were talking on Taco Tuesday about that, and Dave popped off and popped back on. He went and read an article. I can't remember if we did that before we went live or after. It was probably after we went live. And Dave had noted that he had been basically incognito for several days. And then Dave put out a video on it on the Terror by the Bay channel. It's right on the timing that he normally has, where he disappears for about 5 days to a week. And then everyone starts talking about the bad makeup job on the back of his hands because he's clearly been shaking too many hands, right? So let's see what's really happened to him. Gary the analyst, he's clearly having some medical procedures done. There is some monthly procedure he's having done, and he has to basically lay either he is forced to lay low for several days after, or the effects of it are such that he can't come out and be himself, so he needs to hide it. That's what I think is happening. Let's see what the cards say. We've got the Five of Swords. This is all about winning at no cost. And this could be the whole image card. You can't show weakness. You can't show vulnerability. Dictators do not last. Strong men don't last if they're not strong. And if he can't project an image of strength, he's going to lose his illusion of power. And then underneath it, you got the Ace of Pentacles. It's just Pentacle could be about health, and it's just like because there's a new development on his health, and so that's I'm kind of biased that way. I can't say that's the most objective reading, but the way I kind of see those cards is that he is going to lay low to project strength. So he only comes back out when he's strong enough to project the image he wants to project, but ultimately he can't hide it. And that's that Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be some information that comes out that shows what's really happening here. It's just a matter of time. Barry the Blood Clot seems to be taking his time, so we'll see what else is coming on with that. Okay. Hey, Michelle, Kentucky Belle, how are you? Crystal, will Congress finally stop the war? Well, they've the House voted that War Powers Resolution Act. It's going to go to the Senate. It will probably pass the Senate too, but I mean, Trump's just going to veto it. And they don't currently have the votes to override it. So it's more symbolic than anything. But I mean, yeah, Congress has the power to stop it. Let's see. Will they actually stop it? Let's do a little two-parter on that. Will Congress finally stop this war? I'm assuming the war with Iran, right? Not the war on the Democrats, not the war on minorities, the war on anyone that disagrees with Donald. You got the Sun card on top. This is about shining a light on the truth, making everything very crystal clear, taking away the confusion and the misunderstandings. And underneath it is the star of democracy. Those are cards that tell me that when Congress wants to take their power back. And I think it's one of those things where behind the scenes, I think that they're getting fed up with it, with Trump trying to basically marginalize the checks and balances of Congress. And it's when they're ready to step forward and say, no, we want to retain our power. This is ours. This is our decision. You know, entering a war, declaring a war, the purse strings for the budget. Those are decisions that are owned by Congress, and Trump's been stomping all over them. And so it's when they finally feel like they want to retake their power is when they will start making those decisions, and one of those decisions would be to end the war. They're definitely not happy about it because Trump's already basically said so much that he doesn't care about the midterms, and that's going to be very sobering for a lot of House of Representatives, the Republicans in the House, because their constituents are the ones that are paying the $6 a gallon for gasoline, and it could be going up. And you know, the Clintons already showed that it's the economy, stupid, that helps you get reelected, and people are struggling. You know, gas is expensive, food is expensive, inflation is high, interest rates have not come down, and making ends meet is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. And ultimately, what you could get is people not coming out to vote. You're going to get protest votes, and you might even get some people that start moving leftward in their political leanings, or just their votes. They're going to look for a change. I mean, if you look at the LA mayor's race with Pratt, that's people who are frustrated with what's going on, and they're willing to vote for a reality show guy because he puts out good attack ads, and maybe they just want something different. In some ways I kind of get it. If the leadership you keep electing keeps not addressing the issues that are important to you, at some point it's like, hey, why am I rewarding this person? Let's give someone else a shot. I mean, how much worse can it get, right? Well, with our current executive branch, we know how much worse it can get, right? Let's see what else you got in here. Oh, hey, Linda from Virginia, how are you? Will Mother Nature help us out? Let there be thunderstorms and lightning expected. That's isn't that fascinating? Everything Trump touches dies. Have you seen the latest lineup for his super duper party on the 250th anniversary? So he's lost a whole bunch of performers, and he's filled it up with. I was reading an article. It's not even B or C list. It's like D list acts. Some guy that sings "God Bless America," he's done that on a couple of different Trump events. Some opera singer that no one's really heard from, only because it's basically the people that are willing to perform for Trump are going to perform at this this great rally he wants to have. I'm just stunned Kid Rock hasn't shown up for it yet.Maybe he's already booked for something. I don't know, but it's just crazy. And will Mother Nature help us out? Let's just do a little one carder, see what it says. Will Mother Nature help us out? Let's see. I mean, honestly, yeah, or it could be burying the blood clot helps us out. The thought I was thinking is, in some ways you might want Mother Nature to cooperate wonderfully, because it was like Trump's parade that he had last year with the squeaky tank. It was such an embarrassment how poorly it was organized, how poorly it was attended, and it was a kind of a humiliating experience for Donald. And this thing could be another one of those events. So Mother Nature might go ahead and give him really good weather, only to show that, yeah, nothing's changed. It's just as bad of a bleep show as it was the first time. With the death card, Or Barry the Blood Clot makes an appearance finally, right? Oh my gosh, what else we got out there? Oh, hey. What's going on here? Susan France super sticker. Yay! G'day, Susan. Hope everything is going well in Australia for you. What else we got? Oh my gosh, Michelle. Hello. Michelle's out there twice. Oh, it's one for me and one for Dave, or do I get to keep both? Thank you so much, Michelle. Michelle, my wife Laura, Michelle had sent a goodie package to us. In addition to SpaghettiOs, she sent a goodie package that included it was like a coffee table book about Kentucky. And there was a charcuterie board that was in the shape of Kentucky. It has all these monuments and points of interest on it. And Laura loved both of those. She's now like, I want to go to Kentucky. It's like, okay. Laura's a huge Abraham Lincoln fan. And there's a city in Kentucky that is that's related to Lincoln. I don't know if he was born there, if he was raised there, or something that has to do with Lincoln. Now she wants to go there. And it was on the charcuterie board. That was the first thing. It's like, well, let's see if the charcuterie board has this city, and it's like, there it is, like Libertyville or something like that. And it's just, she found it. So now she's all hot to trot about going to Kentucky. Let's see. Oh my. Oh, congratulations. Yeah. That's true. I remember you saying that. Michelle will donate to the channel time and again, and she says, yeah, if I do really good on the lottery, I share the winnings. So apparently Michelle has had a good streak, a good run there. Well, congratulations. I hope everything is going swimmingly with you. I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much. Nice. I agree. You deserve being, yes. I agree with you, Becky Too Many Cats. Michelle's been a great supporter of the channel, as of all of you. I mean, Dave and I, we don't expect donations ever, really. Having you comment on the videos, having you join us for the live stream, that's for me, that's so much validation. Because right now, you got to understand, I'm sitting in a dark shed talking at a laptop. It's just like, I hope they're out there. I remember the first time I did the Insomnia Club, it's like, I hope someone shows up. And it ended up getting like 150 people, which was just stunning to me. And it's gratifying. It's like, oh my gosh, people really do enjoy this nonsense that Dave and I put out there. And we got 169 of you out there right now, which is just amazing to me. Okay, let's see. So what's Carolyn? Oh, Carolyn Carlson. Hey, Carolyn. The doctor specialist in geriatric medicine believes there's another recent stroke. That would surprise me not at all. Trump's health is not good. I mean, I don't think that's going to surprise anyone here. That's a statement that I'm glad you're all sitting when I said it, right? Yeah. When he had the results of his latest physical come out, and he's 6'3", 237 pounds or whatever he was. Yeah, you just know as soon as, that's what David said earlier, is he'll know whether to trust the medical report just based on whatever they say his height and weight is. And if they say he's 6'3", 225 pounds, Dave's not going to believe it. And the last one was like 6'3", 240 pounds or something like that. It's just like bullshit. There's no way that guy's 6'3", 240. He's more like, he's probably about 6 foot at this point, maybe, and probably about 270, 280. You know, it's just, it's they'll lie about anything, right? Yeah, I know Gary will provide food for the homeless. I do. I'm actually volunteering for Second Harvest Food Bank tomorrow um, at the elementary school where they distribute food. And then Kentucky Belle accidentally sent me a bunch of food that was meant for her local food pantry. It accidentally got shipped to me, and I went ahead and I donated it to the food pantry. Just that's what she was going to do, so may as well uh, perform the same act. Is just going to be on the West Coast instead of in Kentucky. So, Michelle, you're such a great example of a wonderful human being, and I totally appreciate you. Oh, here, go buy food for the homeless. I have done that. I've actually there's one homeless lady that hangs out at the Trader Joe's near my house, and her name is Linda. Or I'm sorry, Donna. And whenever I see Donna, I give her a couple bucks and say hi to her and ask her how her day's going. Um, it's funny. This has happened a couple times where I'm passing by someone who's homeless and they're kind of talking to themselves. And they're having like a full on conversation. I'll say, good morning. How are you? And it's like all of a sudden they just snap out of whatever they were doing and they look at you. Oh, good morning. Hi, I'm doing good. Thanks. It was struck me as interesting both times it happened. And one of them was with Donna. It's just like how we have our inner dialogue, but it stays in here. In her case, she's having the inner dialogue, but she's vocalizing it. And it was fascinating is to see that where, she probably doesn't even realize she's doing it. And then when I say good morning, it's just like, oh, it just snapped out of it and oh, good morning, and go on our days, as it were. But it's just it's so fascinating to me, and I keep an eye out for her because she's been out here for years, and I know she's truly someone that is outside and needs help, and I feel okay helping her because I know it's legit, as opposed to some people who they're out there with their signs. There was a group of people out with signs for some child that needed some sort of surgery. I forget what it was. If it was not stem cells, but it was probably like organ donor type surgery type of thing. Blah blah blah. And there was like four of them in an intersection near our Costco. And someone mentioned that these guys are scammers. They've been doing this at different intersections just to scam money out of people. There's no medical reason for it. They just had cardboard signs that said there was. And that's why it gives people a bad name. It's hard to separate the wheat from the chaff on that. Okay, let's see. I'm getting down here. Adrian's mom, pick up her and dad dancing sometime. I've not had any dreams of my mom yet. We just had the funeral services for her yesterday on Thursday. I guess it's 2 days ago now. We probably had a couple hundred people, between 200 and 300 people at the church. It was an emotionally difficult day, as you might imagine. But I got to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in years. Some I recognized right away. Some I recognized after talking to them, and some I recognized not at all, even after talking to them. It's like, I have no idea who that was. They knew who I was. That's not unusual. It's one of the twins. And then we put her in her condo next to my dad at the mausoleum. And then we had a reception afterwards. And there's probably about 120 people at the reception. And they had a slideshow, and each of the kids went up and said a few words about our mom. I've not had any dreams about her yet. I know it's coming. I will have dreams about my dad once in a while. I'll have dreams about my godfather once in a while, or my grandfather, but I haven't had one about my mom yet. But I'm sure when the time comes, she'll let me know. She's probably too busy hanging out with the great grandkids right now because they're a lot cuter and more interesting than her own kids, right? Mm. Because no, yes, I'm sorry about the ads. Oh, so Susan, thank you. Yes, Susan, the comment was just basically thank you so much. Because I know you're in Australia. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Um, I'm curious what city in Australia you're in, and if it's a small city, you can just call a big city out, and then it's like when people say, "Oh, where are you from, Gary?" And I was, "Oh, I'm from San Francisco." I'm not from San. I guess I am. I was technically born in San Francisco, but I live south of San Francisco. But so sorry about the ad, Susan. I they don't give us much opportunity on those darn ads when we're doing the live stream. It's only after the live stream done that I can have a little bit of control over the damn ads. So apologies about that, but thank you so much for the donation. It's so great to see you out there in the live. I always look forward to your comments. Susan always leaves me at least 2 comments. One of them is always a group of emojis, then the other one is a comment. And one of the reasons why I enjoy Susan's, like I enjoy Alf's, because I know I'm finally getting to the end of the comments. I'm almost to the end. Yay! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much, Vilma. Yeah, it's the whole putting my mom laying her to rest and having the event after that was a lot more emotionally challenging than I thought it was going to be. I got to be honest. I was doing my best to keep it together on Thursday. And I guess part of the hard part is seeing these people that you haven't seen in so many years coming out and paying respects to your mom. And that's really touching. And you're already kind of emotionally on the ragged edge, and then you see some friends of the family or some coworkers or friends that show up that are coming to pay respects because my mom made an impact on their life, and that's really touching. And it's really hard to keep it together. But thank you for that, Vilma. Okay, I got to catch up to the comments here. Yeah. Yeah, Crystal. Yeah, Trump grew an inch. Yeah, he's 6'3", not 6'2" anymore. It's just maybe he had new lifts in his shoes, or he was standing up straighter than normally. Oh my gosh. Arlene, see, I'm like that homeless person. Oh, Donna. Some folks call it soliloquy at Think Madness. This is what happens to people who spent most times utterly alone. My heart goes out to that person. Yeah, I'm sorry if you are going through that similar thing. Yeah, sometimes you have to have a conversation with yourself. I know there are times. This is a slight derivative. When something's upsetting me, sometimes I won't know what it is that's upsetting me until I go on my rant. And then as I'm ranting, I'm actually, I can almost detach myself from the rant, and I'm listening to what is it that's really bothering me here. And then it'll finally come out in the rant, and it'll be, oh, that's why I'm so pissed off about this situation. Sometimes I can't even put my finger on it until I just let it come out. And I, like I said, saying earlier, it could just be a situation where they don't have anyone else to talk to. And it could be a situation where they don't realize that they're vocalizing what they're thinking. And so, Arlene, I'm sorry if that's happening to you. One of the nice things about YouTube and the comment section is you could, at least you could vocalize it through the comments. And you might find that there's a lot of people that are very supportive. I don't know if Elizabeth's on, also known as Crazy Hippie Mom. She's a grandma living in Michigan. I posted something on the community page for her. She has started a GoFundMe. Um, her basically, long story short, her daughter is has a substance abuse problem, and unfortunately, the substances are winning, and she's lost custody of her kids. And the kids are going to be placed in the foster care system. And Crazy Hippie Mom, also known as Elizabeth, is started a GoFundMe to raise some money so that she can get herself in a position where she could take custody of her granddaughters out of foster care. And the kids are young; they're like single-digit age young. So, in that, and there's the folks on the channel have been very supportive of her, both financially and with kind words and supportive words. And I was reading some of the comments on the GoFundMe, and I didn't realize how many people that watch these videos that are on our channel have gone through a similar situation or can relate to what Crazy Hippie Mom, also known as Elizabeth, is going through. And that's what makes you guys so wonderful. You're so supportive. And sometimes you just can't afford financially to support, and that's fine. But sometimes a kind word or knowing Crazy Hippie Mom knows that she can come to this forum and share what she's going through. And there's going to be people that get it. And I think that's kind of the takeaway of my message here is there's people here that can get it. So even if you don't feel like you have most people to talk to because you're by yourself, sometimes in these forums like this, you can find like-minded people that can support you through these tougher times. Oh man, 2008 ruined me. They just took betrayal by friends and the family to be in house. Oh man, it's well, first of all, I'm sorry that happened, and that's tragic. That kind of underscores something that I've always thought is, sometimes we're closer to the edge than we think we are. And it just takes one or two things that where you thought you were on stable ground, and all of a sudden you realize that the ground underneath you didn't have a strong foundation. Carolyn, the state work hard to foster. This is Elizabeth. It may take a few weeks for Crazy Hippie Mom. Oh, God. Oh, do you know her? I just know Elizabeth through the comments. She's always been very supportive of us. Oh, hey, Divine Miss Mickey. Oh, there she is. Divine Miss Mickey. Hey. 3 cats isn't too many, so maybe I need more. Dave and I did a live with the Divine Miss Mickey, a little over a year ago, I would guess. I hope you're doing well. I've seen you in the comments. We currently have 3 cats too, and I think that's enough. My wife thinks a pair of kittens would really round it out nicely. For me, it's like, honey, we're both getting to the point where we're starting to talk about retirement more, and it would be, she works for an airline. It would be nice to just hop on the airplane and go somewhere. And when you have cats, when you have fur babies, you got to find someone to watch them. So as much as I would love to have a pair of cute little kittens tromping through the house, annoying the older cats, I wouldn't mind being pet free for a year or two, get that travel out, and then we can load up on pets again. Don't worry, the cat distribution system is very effective at making sure everyone has the proper number of cats. Yeah, I'm alive. Okay, Natalie, how are you? It's good to see you. I cat sit. What do you charge? That we're actually very blessed. My neighbors next door are willing to cat sit, and And we actually, it's very helpful because we have a raccoon that likes to pretend he's a cat and come in the house and eat all the cat food. So by a certain time of the evening, we have to close the door. Otherwise, he'll come in the house and just help himself. I can always tell when the raccoon's in because he sounds like a teenager eating pizza, a hungry 15-year-old boy eating pizza. It's just like, oh, you just hear it's like, and kibble being flung everywhere as he's just shoveling as much kibble in his mouth as quickly as he can. They got to go running into the kitchen to escort him out of the house. And it's funny because Laura never hears it. I said, how could you not hear that? Oh my God. If it was up to Laura, the cats would never have any dry food because she just doesn't, it doesn't hit her radar at all. You're killing me, Gary. Well, bring me up on charges. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh, Arlene. Divine Miss Mickey, yes. Yes, I know Miss Mickey's had a tough go of it too. Yep. Amen. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is ask for help, right? Boy, do I know that. Raccoons are a riot. There was a mama raccoon last fall, and she had like 5 babies. Oh my God, the babies were so cute. I don't really care for raccoons personally, but these babies were so cute. They were, oh my gosh. But you have to really resist the temptation to feed them because they're going to get big, and then they're going to expect you to feed them. They don't know any different. Hey, there's the guy that feeds us. And man, oh man, they'll be insistent about wanting to be fed. They don't understand that, that screen door that you just destroyed might upset the people that put the food out for you. For me, it's just like resisting the urge to feed the cute little critter because it's going to create issues for me in the future. Yes, they do. They can carry rabies. They absolutely can. When we had Dallas, our Great Pyrenees, he was protecting the yard, and there was a raccoon that he and a raccoon got in a standoff, and the raccoon bit Dallas on the muzzle of his nose, and we had to get in there and give him a rabies shot, and we had to keep him quarantined for 2 weeks, and he turned out to be okay, but it was kind of a scary time. We got possums too. Possums don't carry rabies. They don't. Okay, that's good to know. Boy, those are unusual looking critters, aren't they? They got this really goopy look on them. Let's see. Honey badgers don't give a she. I don't think I've seen a badger yet. Okay. Okay, we're at 53 and a half minutes. All right. So any more questions for me? Otherwise, we'll get ready to start wrapping it up. Make sure that I've answered all. I've addressed all of everything here. I think I've got everything there. Okay. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. For those of you with insomnia, my heart goes out to you. I hope you get some sleep tonight. I do not suffer from insomnia. I'm the kind that at 9 o'clock, put my head on the pillow and I'm out 30 seconds later. That's going to be really frustrating for Laura. Hey, Marcus, how are you? Woo! Where's the dancing? Amy, I was out busting my best chair moves earlier when we first started this. Becky, too many cats. You have a good weekend too. Try not to get too many cats, right? I own the night. Yes. I was wondering who owns it. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. And then Dave and I, we're going to be doing a live stream with the painting healer, Elspeth. Whoops, there was my phone. Elspeth, the painting healer. We're doing a live stream with her next Saturday. And Dave's got a whole bunch of stuff he's been doing. If you didn't see our Taco Tuesday with Marina, you might want to check that out. Dave's got like 4 or 5 things going on. So if you like the spiciness Dave brings, he's gonna be on Hogarth's. We're gonna do that live stream with Elspeth, and then he's got 2 more that he's doing. So he's gonna be all over the place over the next couple of days here of next week. All right. So thank you so much for joining us, Alf. Good to see you. I look forward to seeing you in the comments. Have a great night, folks, and we'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye. Hey, are you still there? Secret card for you, for those that didn't sign off yet. Wheel of Fortune. You never know what you're going to get, right? You might get the ending, you might not. Have a great night, guys. Take care. Bye.